So Audemars Piguet is doing it again. They have their second iteration of their Marvel watches line. They started with the Black Panther watch, and now they're graduating to the Spider-Man edition. So they're kind of moving things along. Originally, when the Black Panther watch first came out, I thought it was kind of be more of a special edition, maybe one-off thing, you know, just with Marvel this one time. And then they were going to keep it moving with their regular concept models and different things like that, which is what this, model of the watch is based off of, the Royal Oak concept. It appears that they are making a whole line of this, that this is not going to be a one and done situation. They've done the Black Panther, which is all I thought they were going to do, and now they're doing the Spider-Man thing. So who knows how far and long this is going to go, and who knows how many they're going to make with different characters and different things. It's not exactly catering to a large audience who loves Marvel, but it's catering to the extremely niche market of either very wealthy people who love specific Marvel characters, or just very wealthy people who like collecting exclusive and unique things from specific brands that they really like. So if you have an AP collector out there, they don't really know a whole lot or give a hoot about Spider-Man at all, this kind of might draw them in, being like, ooh, it's limited to 250 pieces worldwide, fuck Spider-Man, but the limited edition got my ass by the hook. Some people in the watch community, when these things came out, they're like, we are getting dick. This thing sucks. Like, what is this little loony bin that you're throwing us in? This looks like something you almost get off of AliExpress or in the bottom of a children's cereal box, Like, this was a little funky, too funky for their ass. And, they were like, oh, we are getting fucked in this watch market right now. Things are getting restricted, whatever. I can agree with some things there. And I'd say if you're at least going to fuck some people, you have to record it and send it to Adam22. I mean, have the decency. He loves that stuff.
I'm not going to say that this is going to be something that I'm going to be pounding my dick to, but
I hope you watch the scene, and I hope you.
Yeah, so you said that last night, is that you are really turned on by the idea of me seeing it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? I didn't know that was going to be one of the effects of this.
That was fucked up. That's immature. Well, he'd probably like that shit too. That was a joke. That's a joke. What do we have to say for AP Spidey? Well, first off, we have to say who's wearing this, right? What's the point of wearing the AP Spidey? The Mr. Morales, the Peter Griffin, Peter Parker. Who is this for? Why are you going to be wearing this? Well, I would hope that it's for people who think the watch is fun and collectible, right? Or it strikes a heart chord for you if you really love Spidey. But here's the thing. I think this isn't like, it's a fun watch. It's not exactly a Mr. Cool watch, right? You're not going to be swinging up to the club wearing your little Spider-Man watch and impressing somebody who doesn't really know much about watches. Or if you're walking up to a random, potential interest, right? And you go, look at my cool Spidey watch. You're probably not going to get any web slinging action that night. It's just for you, right? It's just for you. You have to kind of go into this watch wanting it to be a fun adventure for yourself. A fun piece that you enjoy, not really caring if anybody else thinks you ripped it out of a cereal box. This isn't like a James Bond watch, right? Like, he might think it's cool privately, but on his spy missions, is he gonna be popping out Spidey? I don't know. That's probably gonna be stacked against you, to be honest with you. He's probably not popping that out. You'd have much better chance with almost like any other bland just dress watch or dress or whatever, right? See the sports watch, dress watch, dive watch. Not something with a comic book character in it. Not something that's considered childish. I don't know. That's just me. Now that we've covered and briefly went over who's buying the AP Spider-Man watch or the AP Black Panther watch, right? Kind of gotten you a general gist of what you can expect when you're wearing it, right? Let's go over what the actual watch is, right? It's a 42 millimeter titanium case with black ceramic bezel and white luminescence that turns blue in the dark, okay? So you've got luminescence with it around the dial of the watch. You've got the black ceramic bezel, and the rest of the watch is in titanium. What are you gonna think for a titanium watch with some luminescence and a black ceramic bezel? If your mind doesn't immediately jump to over $200,000, I don't know what you're doing, okay? And then it was a little bit different. These Marvel ones are at a 42 millimeter sizing, with the rest of the AP Royal Oak concept models, they've always been at a 44 millimeter sizing. So it's kind of stepping it back a little bit. 44 millimeters is very big. Even 40 millimeters or 41 can be big for quite a lot of people. But now stepping it back to this 42, it kind of gives a little bit more range of comfortability with people that are interested or used to like 41 millimeter watches. Granted, it's going to be wearing a little bit different. So this is a AP concept piece, right? So AP has this concept line, which is pretty much the AP Royal Oak, just certain things are exaggerated. It breaks the barriers a little bit. It kind of takes it into like, it's like if AP tried to do, like, they were into supercars and then they tried to branch out into like a hypercar, right? So that you see a lot of supercar brands do that. They're like, oh, we're a supercar company, we gotta have a couple hypercars. So this is kind of what that is. It's like if the Lamborghini released the Revuelto as their supercar and then their Scion as the hypercar. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, but you could charge 10 times the amount for the little bit slightly different one with a fewer quantity, right? So a more limited production spikes the price up. You change the design a little bit, and in this case, you slap a comic book character on it and you tell them, I hope you like titanium watches. It's not a bad watch. Some people will have you believe that this watch is pathetic. You don't like it, super snobs would tell you, it's not respectable. What are you doing? You look like you got like a little, child's watch on your wrist. You got the couple versions of these, looks like Skittles in your collection or whatever, too vibrant, whatever. Personally, I don't mind the pizzazz. I don't mind people going outside the box doing the Spider-Man collection or whatever. What I'm kind of upset about, which is actually the opposite of what these people are getting upset about, is I think they should have went crazier. To be honest with you, I think they should have went crazier. What you're looking at here is the Spider-Man watch. It's in titanium, I guess. Okay, it's got a black ceramic bezel. The rest of the watch is black. It's a black and white watch. You can add a strap on it that does have some red accents that go with Spider-Man. I've got the red and the blue and the red. Like, I'm even trying to color coordinate this a little bit better than they did. And then they just slap Spidey in the middle here. I think there could have been more custom components to this. Am I wrong? Or components that match his color scheme a little bit, or have the Rolex GMT Pepsi with the gem set bezel, right? So you have the blue, you have the blue gems on top, the red gems on the bottom. Rolex did that with the GMT. You're telling me they couldn't gem set a bezel or something that flips it just like that, the red and the blue. Perfect Spider-Man colors. You put it on the bezel or something. You put a little bit of web action on the case. Maybe the router of the watch is a spider. I don't know. Put some effort into some I mean, it's not that they didn't put effort. That's being a little mean. But seriously, could we not put a little bit more customizability here for the Spider-Man watch? But then the one-off piece, the one-of-one piece, which is the black Spider-Man, does have the spider logos and stuff like that, or the spider decals, the little spidey webs on the case. It does have that. It does the luminescence on the dial. Everything's black, so it makes sense with the black Spider-Man, right? So everything's kind of color coordinated. I like that better. But with the regular one, blue and red, where are the blue and the red other than the customizable strap, which some people don't even have on there? What are we doing? I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm just looking at all of the ways that they could have done some more stuff to this, and it bewilders me. It really does. I'm looking at this, and you look at the back of it, you look at the, just look at the back of it. You're telling me there isn't a space to put a spider or something, a web? A web. How about instead of this, instead of web slinging all over our face, getting paid $200K for this shit,
Where does that come from? I didn't know that was going to be one of the effects of this.
why don't you put some webs on the watch? Please. It's not a bad watch. Let me just say that again. It's not a bad watch. It's not shit. And it's not like not cool. I think in certain instances it can be cool. I think the one piece unique is far cooler, which it has to be, right? If you're going to be, I haven't even got to how much they sold it for. They sold it for over $6 million, $6.2 million at an auction in Dubai. The black Spider-Man thing, which looked far cooler because everything went together. They had a little bit of designs on the case, right? They didn't do anything with the bezel. Could they have gem set something? Probably. One is far cooler. But I don't think it went full potential mode. I don't think it even went full potential mode. And I definitely don't think the base model did. Okay. It's cool though. It's cool. And he's kind of hanging there. It's transparent. You can see it from both sides. So it's, it's full open worked and everything, which is cool. You guys see his legs hanging there and everything, which is fun. It's just fun. And the whole working of the art of the actual figure inside is very high quality, very much quite a bit of detail and everything. And that's very impressive in itself. But the rest of it is just kind of lackluster, to be honest with you. Most people are complaining about how it's like childish and like AP has stepped way out of bounds. I think if you're going to step way out of bounds, you better leave the bounds in the dust. You better unload on those bitches. You got to take the fuck off, because you've already gone out of bounds. Why not just take it the extra mile? You've slapped Spider-Man on the watch. Give Spider-Man some credit and show how cool that he could be in a watch. I don't know. He does look cool in this. I'm conflicted because it doesn't look bad, but I think they could have done more. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments. The base Spider-Man one is limited to 250 worldwide. It's 42 millimeters, comes with a black ceramic, and it's made in titanium, right? So it's the new Royal Oak Concept Tourbillon Spider-Man. Oh, good lord, they added a tourbillon to it. They never do that. But no, the tourbillon is very cool. Just cool, It's taking it the extra mile. It's a full 3D figure suspended in the void through its sapphire crystal, which is cool. The details on the Spider-Man are all hand engraved by a single artist, essentially making it each a piece unique. The character is then hand painted in a matte red and a metallic blue. So that's fun. But yes, the figure does look cool, and I like how the pants kind of have this shimmer on it, and you can see the depth of the pants and stuff like that. So that's cool. Moving on the one Spider-Man one, they also have luminescence on the case. That is fun too, okay? Luminescence on the case? You're damn near outdoing yourself, okay? You're damn near outdoing yourself. I could kind of see why you didn't put a stone or gem set bezel on it. Not really. I love stones and bezels and shit like that. You really need to put a bezel on that. Here's the crazy thing. If you're like thinking the Spider-Man one is a little bit lackluster, right? Maybe you're not super jazzed about it, right? I mean, a lot of people aren't. I'm not like obsessed with the base model either. I think this piece unique is hard, and I think having all the luminescence on the dial, on the character, and the case, that's hard. What I think we can all appreciate is the amount of effort that went into their website for this thing. The website for this watch is sick, okay? It's sick. Whether you like the watch or not, the website for this piece is gas. You gotta go to their website and say, damn, they incorporated the fuck out of this, okay? Yeah, it's got some fun little details, right? So on desktop, it's just lit. I've done quite a bit of helping make different websites for various things in the past before, and let me just tell you, this is very clean, well-designed, user-friendly. They've thought this out, and it's not easy to do, right? So this is some pretty good shit here. And they're really they're taking inspiration from this whole Into the Spider-Verse thing, and man, they're really, it really, I'm thoroughly impressed with the website, okay? If you don't fuck with the watch, go to the website, man. Look at this. It's like fun. You know, if you bought this watch, go to the website and just look at the little descriptions they give you for it. And you don't even feel bad about spending 200K on just the concept piece with the Spider-Man guy sitting in there. You don't even feel bad. Look at that. The perfect grip. See, I don't even know if they're talking about the watch in this situation. They got a perfect grip on their customers. Pow, pow, come here. Realistically, they knew they didn't have to do all of that to be able to get people interested in this, right? They knew they didn't. And that's why they got the grip on you. The Black Panther is also limited to 250 watches worldwide, and it is called the Black Panther Flying Tourbillon Royal Oak Concept. It's also made in titanium, even though they brand it as vibranium. That's a made-up material for the Marvel Universe. It's made out of titanium as well with black ceramic. I swear to God, I just realized this. If they keep going with titanium case, black ceramic bezel for every character, you have better get characters that actually fit that shit. I saw, and I tried to look this up, I couldn't find it again, but I saw a concept of an Iron Man one. And they put like a diamond in his hand or on his chest or something. Oh no, they put like the tourbillon on his chest and a diamond in his hand. That's hard as shit. You have to match the colors here. You have to go with the gold case or something. Please. Gold case, ruby baguette bezel. Ooh, that's got me hyped and it's not even there. I think there's an open discussion to be had about fun watches, what people like to wear, what's fun for certain people to wear, and what type of leaps and bounds you can make in the watch industry to make things more interesting and make people like certain things, and what people actually want to wear, and what the market's like. I'd like to know what you think that these Marvel pieces do for AP's brand and what they do as a piece by themselves, right? So would you wear it just in general? And do you think it helps AP's brand or maybe makes it look a little bit corny? Because I've seen both sides a little bit. It's a fun piece. And some people have talked about it and some people have liked it, some people haven't.